There's so many reasons why you shouldn't quit your 9 to 5 job that you are not aware of. So I suggest you stay till the end of the video so you can find out all of them, because through my experience, I've been 10 years. It's been 10 years since I quit my 9 to 5. And so although I had success, it's not all people who are gonna have success. So you may be one of them or you're not. So stick till the end, because I'm gonna explain and tell you all of them, all the reasons why you shouldn't quit. First of all, quitting your 9 to 5 means finding a source of income that equals your 9 to 5, or it's even better. Or you are looking for something that could give you less, but you can live with it or choose another place to live, and that you don't have the same stress or that you enjoy more, right? Because a lot of 9 to 5 jobs are not what the person desires, what you desire. And so that could be a reason why you want to quit. So now, I've been a YouTuber for a decade now. And through my experience, before, I needed to have a talent. And when you don't have a talent, you need to rely on something that could relate to a talent, but is not a talent. So for example, like pranking people. There's people with talent that can prank, yes, but most of them, they don't have a talent. So we do that as a nature of ourselves, like for example doing stupid things or just playing around and stuff like that. So pranking is not really a talent, but you can do it and still be successful. And nowadays I see a lot of young people just doing stupid things and they become successful. So nowadays, even being stupid can make you successful and stupid rich, right? So if you are not any of them, then you have to rely on either talent or value. So in order to quit your 9 to 5, you need to find something that provides value to the people. Either you create a product, or being a YouTuber, you have to provide some value, right? So people are looking for something that you can answer or help or entertain. So something that you have to give. There's something that you have to give that audience or that person wants. So even for example, if you are a salesman, right? Sometimes certain products might require you to sell 100 products per month just to earn what you would with your 9 to 5, or equal, or a little bit better, a little bit worse. And there's products that you sell once and you already made 1 year worth of your 9 to 5 job. So it really depends on what you're going for. So this is a long range of possibilities that there is. But some people are not even patient, or they are not waiting or working enough towards the goal of quitting their 9 to 5. So what I see happening is that they think, for example, nowadays it's very famous to see YouTube as an easy mode. For example, this channel alone, I fell into this perception, this idea that was sold to me that YouTube is on easy mode. So you can just record and say whatever you want, don't choose a niche, and then just you're gonna be successful like that. Just pop out videos all the time, be consistent, and you should be good. And be authentic, right? But after 6 videos, this is my 7th one, I'm not seeing the results. I'm even tweaking because I already have experience with YouTube. But until now, it's not what they say, that you just have to be authentic, and it's not working that easy, right? I started to see the difference between when I started changing thumbnail A/B test. I started to see difference that if you put some work into the thumbnail, that you shouldn't. If YouTube is on easy mode, you shouldn't. But it's not. It started to see improvements. The views started to change. So more impressions, more clicks. People watch longer. The titles also have to be worked. Cannot just be whatever you want. So it's not exactly what people tell you that it is. They are selling you an idea, a dream, based on something that they already did before, but now they are doing that because they can. They already went over those steps. So they did what was needed before, all this work, and then when you are in a certain level, in a higher level, you can already say this and that because you are not playing the same game. You're already playing on a higher game. So when you already know or you already paved your path, you can already do things differently than the beginners. So when you are a beginner, you need to do whatever it takes. You are on a lower level already. So by being on a lower level, you cannot do the same things as a higher level person does. So by quitting your 9 to 5, you're going to be a beginner. And that's why you might fail right away, because it might take you years of development to be able to quit your 9 to 5. For example, when I started YouTube, I started with 0, right? But I was very harsh because I was still young, 25 years old. And so I had this a lot of energy, and I was a true believer, and I have always I had a spiritual awakening. And so everything I put, I rely on God. So it had to happen. But I don't suggest everyone doing that, because you need to be really careful, because I quit my 9 to 5 even before I had nothing built. So I rely on the time that I was without a job, just getting unemployment money. For it was just gonna last for like 3 months, 3 to 5 months, and I was already working on YouTube. It took me 2 years, man, to start earning. And when I start earning, after 2 years of constant work, trying to figure out everything, I only started to earn cents. But then it was like start to climb. Then after just a few months, in the first year, I was already earning more than my 9 to 5. But by then already was like 2 years and a half, right? And I still had to, I took money from that job to invest in a computer and stuff like that. So I was like creating music without my face. So it's a faceless channel. But that's the thing. Quitting your 9 to 5, you need to be ready, like prepared for the long run. So I suggest you don't quit your 9 to 5 and start to work on that as an extra. So instead of having like a third job or like a side hustle, work on YouTube or anything else that you might have some talent, or that you can help, or that you can bring something useful, something needed, something that can help somebody. You need to think that way, because otherwise how are you going to make money outside of your job? People only spend money on something, or you only earn if you provide something. So think of that you can provide, either YouTube or either a business, whatever, and start to work on it as a side hustle while you still work on your 9 to 5. And after that gets developed, it needs to be developed to a point where it can equal your 9 to 5 for a few months. I suggest like even a year, because you need to be able to work on it and grow it to a point where it can sustain 1 year secure, stable, earning the same as your 9 to 5 or even higher than that. And only then you can say, okay, I'm ready to quit my 9 to 5. But until then, don't quit, because it's really dangerous, especially if you have a family already and you are over 35, like me, for example, and you do that. Oof, that's insane. You cannot. You have to think of in a way that you are stable, right? You cannot just do stupid things. Now, if you are under your mom or your dad house, like you're still under them, and you don't have to spend anything, you just finished college, whatever, and you really want to pursue something, then yes, go for it. 100%. You can quit your job and nothing will happen. Now, if you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of duties, then no. Stick to it and work on that which you want to achieve that is outside of your 9 to 5 as a side hustle. Never quit for one another. It worked for me, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It doesn't work for 99% of the population. So just imagine. Unless you are really a 1%, but how are you going to know? That's why I suggest start as a side hustle. That's why even starting a business, never start fully 100% or 200%. Like for example, you want to sell a product. Don't buy the inventory without know if you're going to sell, right? So that's why people start with dropshipping, because you don't have to put money in. Either just a website or this, yes. But that's the thing. Try to sell it first without putting any money in. So see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you didn't spend any money, right? So you need to make sure and find a way for you to have it before you quit. And until you don't have it secure, stable for a quite period of time, then you don't quit.